Welcome back, everyone. It's Marvin here. Um, in the past, I've done some predictions videos for events like IEM Katowice and the ESL Pro League, and you guys seem to enjoy those, and they're quite easy and quite fun for me to make. So I thought I'd make another one for the DreamHack Masters Spring, which is on this weekend. Uh, but this time I thought I'd do it in Photoshop just because, I don't know, just talking to you while I'm looking at a HLTV page, I thought this might be a bit more engaging and a little more interesting to watch. Okay, so on to the first quarterfinal where we have Australis versus G2. Australis with no device have been going along okay, although they haven't had the toughest route into the playoffs with wins over Extra Salt and Complexity before losing to Heroic. So I'm not sure how well they are playing, but well enough, I guess, to make the playoffs. Um, on the G2 side, I've been quite impressed with the improvement I've seen in G2. I made a video about this earlier in the week, so I'll put a little thing in the top right to check that out if you want to. But yeah, ultimately I'm quite liking G2 and the team, so I'm going to be tipping G2 to move on from here. There we go, got it. Okay, so moving on to the second quarterfinal with Na'Vi and Furia. And this matchup has been dominated by Na'Vi pretty comprehensively until the Pro League, where Furia managed to 2-0 Na'Vi. So Na'Vi now with Bit in the roster full time. And look, it hasn't been the best, but it hasn't been that bad. Bit has been playing okay, but I think they're just going to be getting worse before they get better. And Furia, I quite like the team. They seem to be playing pretty well together. Uh, Junior's been in the roster for a while now, so I think he's bedded in quite well. So I don't know if this will be considered an upset, probably, but I'm going to be tipping Furia to move on from here. So we have a Gambit versus G2 and Furia versus Heroic in the semifinals. Okay, so our first semi-final was G2 and Gambit, and while I said I like the improvement I've seen out of G2, Gambit I think are the best team we have in CS:GO right now. I'm really liking Gambit, the makeup of the team. Nafany, I'm really impressed with him and their T sides in general. I think he's making some good calls. And then of course you got your star players in Shiro and Axel, and they're fragging well in this tournament. So I see no reason why not to pick Gambit. They're they're really the best team we have in CS:GO, and I think it should be. I mean, it might be close, but I think Gambit should comfortably get past G2. Okay, on to our second semi-final, Heroic versus Furia. Now, I have seen on Twitter that Cadian and Tessus have COVID, so we'll see how they go. But so far, it doesn't seem to have affected their performance too much. I have predicted Furia to make it past Na'Vi, and I think I'm gonna tip the upset here again with Furia to make it a past. I think Furia will pick Inferno, and I do think they're good enough to beat Heroic on Inferno, and then we'll probably have a Vertigo or Mirage as a decider, with Heroic picking Nuke, or maybe Heroic will pick Mirage. But anyway, of those three remaining maps that I think we'll get of Nuke, Vertigo, and Mirage, with Furia picking Inferno, I think they're good enough to they're definitely comfortable on those maps, and I think they're good enough to possibly upset Heroic here. And just with the intangible of two of their players being sick, I'm going to tip Furia to get past Heroic here. Okay, so that leaves us with Furia and Gambit for the final. Now, if we do get Heroic, because I've tipped the upset, it may be Heroic Gambit, but either way, I think Gambit are going to win. It would be interesting to see another Heroic Gambit final because they've got a bit of a rivalry going. But at this stage, I've tipped Furia, and I do think Furia are good and on the improve, but Gambit, I just don't see any team beating them. At least not in this tournament. So, yep, for my final, I'm going to predict Gambit as the victor. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know who you think will win the tournament, or if you think what you think about some of my predictions. Do you think Furia are good enough to make the final? Maybe are they good enough to even beat Gambit? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be watching the tournament, and thanks for watching.